G'day, what we're going to talk about here is a lot of people have asked about a straight line. If you notice here, I've taken a measurement. Let's just say that this is a wall here, and even if the wall was at an angle, I've measured it off at 56.5 inches, and then I'll take it down when we run this out, and it'll finish at 56.5. Now, if you notice the way Samuel runs the machine on a straight line, he's got the string line, instead of it taut or hard against the machine itself, he's got the wheel with the string line almost right alongside of it. And the way he'll run that machine, it's up to the individual, but Samuel likes to run the machine this way, and at the end of it you're going to see why. What we're also going to do here, you may see rough curve coming out of this, but we're going to show you how to do exposed ag. So there's a couple of things here that we're showing you. The main thing is the straight line first, and then the second one will be washing off to expose this for ag. Okay? What we're showing you now, there's your straight line, but this is exposed ag. Exposed ag is made out of 3/8 pea gravel. Okay, you'll see this when we expose it. Samuel's going to go over the top of this and clean this top up, and then we'll expose it for you. There's a reason why it looks pretty. A lot of machines can't even do exposed ag because it won't go through their certain machines. For instance, like an auger machine has a bit of problem doing exposed ag. You can see he goes over there just to smooth it off. It's kind of a roughish finish, and that's okay because we're going to hit it with a lot of water. The measurement, as if this was a wall, would be 56.5 inches, that's what it is to that string line. Okay? Now, if I walk down this area and take it off this wall again, utilizing as if this was a wall, it's 56.5 inches, right on the money. That's how you do straight lines. It's really quite simple. You've got to slow the machine down. It's not speed that you're looking for here. It's quality. Slow your machine down and your compaction is good. Now what you're going to see now, Sam is going to expose this, and then Stacey will be able to zoom in there and you'll see the rock, the 3/8 pea gravel is going to be exposed, and you're going to see how to do exposed ag. Now we just did this curve 3 or 4 minutes ago, and he's going to automatically, using this nozzle, if you look at it, you've got to buy yourself a good hose nozzle. If you don't, and try to expose it the wrong way, it'll blow the curve out. Okay? That's the way he's doing it. He's using the spray, and he's coming down here. If you come down a little closer, Stace, with the camera and put it close, you can see that rock is now being exposed. See how he's doing this? And it's 3/8 pea gravel being exposed to the top. That's how easy exposed ag is. Don't ever be afraid of exposed ag. People talk about brown sugar and coming back the next day. You can actually expose straight away. You can also see right now the 3/8 pea gravel in there. And Samuel will also put the control joints in and show you that don't be afraid of that as well. Using a marginal trowel and a little joint roller, he'll put a stab in it and he'll wiggle that around so that it goes through the 3/8 pea gravel, and then you come back over with your joint tool, and that is sufficient to put your control joint into. Okay? That's good. We're just doing that exposed ag. Okay, there's how the exposed will look like. That's just in grey. We're going to do one more for you. We're going to do it in colour and show that you can do exposed ag in colour. And look at the colour that comes out in that. Now, if you use a Sonborn sealer over the top of that, wait for a couple of days, come back and seal that. It looks absolutely brilliant because the colour of the 3/8 pea gravel highlights in that curve. The same thing applies when you're doing colour. If you use, for instance, we're using 1395 in a colour. and we're going to put 3/8 pea gravel in it. We're going to expose that whole thing, and you're going to see. And again, let me just tell you something about colour. If you were doing a deeper colour, say it's a burgundy in colour, and you put what you think is 1 pound in it, you're incorrect. You'd have to do 2 pound, because remember, you're using water to wash it off. Now, if you went too low, it would wash out the colour and it'd be too light, and the customer would not feel comfortable with what she got. So you always got to remember, go a little bit darker in your colour, because it's going to wash off. Okay, look at the difference here between the exposed prior to it being exposed to the rock. There's your cement, and all we did is use the hose and wash the cement off, and that'll lock into place. That's the difference, and that's what exposed ag is. What we're doing now, we're going to show you, we're using red exposed. There's your colour, right there. And so don't ever be afraid that you can't do colour and make it look exposed, because it looks absolutely brilliant if you do it right. You can do any colour you want. You're going to see it come out now, and then we'll wash it off and you'll see the difference. We'll pan across the grey one and we'll go to the red one. Okay, Sam's going to show you how to angle off if you're coming to a walkway, and this is a certain way that you can do it. It's entirely up to you. He'll just angle down and roll it, and then either use a marginal trowel and finish it off, or use the hand trowel. Okay, if you look where Samuel ran this curve, he stayed close to the red line as possible. Even if it was an inch away, remember, that's your grass line. And the grass will grow over to it, so don't ever keep making a wide turn and be afraid of it. I've seen some curvers will get so far out of line because they're afraid to make the turn. Just come around nice and smooth, follow your line. I would be even inclined, if it was grass line, you side cut it out, I would use the red upside down paint spray and spray the edge, so you can just see the curve itself along with the grass line, instead of worrying about where is that grass line. We just extruded that curve, and he's exposing the red. You can see the red coming out of here, and that's why I spoke of going a darker colour. If you do that, then it'll lighten up and it'll go back to the colour that the customer wants. And you can see the exposure of the 3/8 pea gravel. And again, it's got the red into it, which is awesome. When you see that tomorrow and you seal that, it looks brilliant. Using the Sonborn sealer, exposed ag using colour looks fantastic. There's the difference over there to the right, the straight line and the grey. Here's the other one with the colour. If Stacey pans down, there's the red colour that we put in here. And like the one that we showed over there with the grey, it has no colour in it. There's your red, and that's what got washed out with the 3/8 pea gravel and exposed the 3/8 pea gravel. And there's a difference in colour, brightness and lightness. That's what you got to do with colour.